My fellow Americans, on Monday, America will celebrate her 207th birthday. I love the 4th of July. I enjoy picnics and fireworks and long summer days, and I get excited with the thought that millions of our people all across our great country will on this 4th of July weekend join together in thinking about freedom and the men and women who sacrificed to make it all our inheritance. It's easy to forget just what a revolution these Americans made. It's easy to forget how they amazed the world and how many hopes they raised. President George Washington, in the very first inaugural address, warned Americans they had a brand new responsibility. He said, "The preservation of the sacred fire of liberty and the destiny of the Republican model of government are justly considered perhaps as deeply as finally staked on the experiment entrusted to the hands of the American people." Now, you may not think of yourselves or of our democracy as an experiment, but look around. All over the world, millions and millions of people still live under tyranny. Their leaders claim that they're the wave of the future, that history is on their side. And yet their people look to us for hope. Their people look to America as the cradle of freedom, the place where the great civilized ideas of individual liberty, representative government, and the rule of law under God are realities. Yes, these people see America as the experiment that works. And democracy works because of the physical and moral courage of individuals, some famous, others deserving of recognition. I think of a group of women we honored in Washington this past April, an honor long overdue. They were nurses who'd been captured in the Philippines during World War II and spent nearly 3 years in prison camps. Lieutenant Colonel Madeline Ullum, who was captured at Corregidor, has described tending wounded soldiers during the long months of siege. Our atmosphere was one of dusty pall, ever present, in which we moved, worked, tried to eat, tried to breathe, in an endless nightmare, she said. In Santa Tomas prison camp, Colonel Ullum and her fellow nurses quickly organized into shifts and began to care for other prisoners. They fought against disease and starvation. They lacked medicine and equipment and food. But miraculously, every one of the 81 American women POWs had survived. These women would not describe themselves as extraordinary Americans. They simply volunteered to serve their country, and they chose to serve it with courage and hope. Their patriotism, as they gathered in Washington 40 years later, after their capture and imprisonment, remains strong and vibrant. Of course, we're accustomed to thinking of courage during time of war, but democracy requires political courage as well. In 1954, when he was convalescing from a painful back operation, Senator John F. Kennedy had time to think about courage. The result was a book titled Profiles in Courage, in which he wrote, "In the days ahead, only the very courageous will be able to take the hard and unpopular decisions necessary for our survival in a struggle against a powerful enemy. And only the very courageous will be able to keep alive the spirit of individualism and dissent which gave birth to this nation, nourished it as an infant, carried it through its severest test upon the attainment of its maturity." Thank you.